This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com, and we just received the Google Nexus One built by HTC, Google's first officially direct-to-market, direct-to-consumer Android smartphone. So let's open up the box and see what we have. Got the phone itself right here, all wrapped up in plastic, as you can see. Oh, it's already powering on. That's kind of strange. I don't remember pushing a power button. Let's pop it open here, and we've got a case. You get the little Android figure down at the bottom. Simple 5-step instructions for getting it running. Obviously somebody from Google PR stuck the battery in there already. Here's some important information, of course, and warranty. And let's pop open the rest and see what we've got. Here's a charger, still sealed in the bag. And you can see it's a US charger with a micro USB connector on it. Pair of, looks like 3.5mm headphones, maybe with some extra earbud covers. Earbud covers and a clip. Check those out a little bit later. And a regular USB cable. Again, micro USB. And a regular USB on this end for plugging into a desktop PC or a laptop. That's about it. So we'll unwrap the device and take a look at it. So here's the device itself. You can see on the left-hand edge we've got a low-profile volume control, similar low-profile power button up top. That's a little bit hard to press. I guess it could be a little bit better. 3.5mm headphone jack up here. Here's the 5-megapixel autofocus camera and the LED flash right next to a little hole for the speaker on the back. Really nice look on the back of the device, soft touch here. Down at the bottom you can see the micro USB connector and some little connections here that are probably for the docking port. We're going to see a little bit later come to market. Nothing on the right hand edge, no camera shutter button, anything like that. Up front, just a massive display, a nice AMOLED display, and I'll show you what that looks like too. But first, across the bottom, we've got back button, menu, home, and search. They're all touch sensitive, just like on the Droid, and a nice, small, and lightable trackball controller. Here's the Nexus One inside the included sleeve. It's a kind of a neoprene type thing. Probably not waterproof though. See, it slides out. Nice soft surface in here. Should help keep the device's display clean. Turn on the phone by pressing the power button briefly and then sliding your finger across. It's the same unlock screen we've seen in Android 2.01. First thing you're probably going to notice are the new live wallpapers. I'll show you a different one just so you go in here and just so you can see some of the ones that are available. A lot of them kind of like the water one. Where you tap on it, it makes water ripples. Pretty neat. Really a novelty though. It's not going to change much in terms of how you're doing things. You notice little dots down here to the left and right side bottom corners. That shows you that you have multiple home screens. There's 5 in all, as opposed to the default 3 that were in all the Google Experience phones. Also, if you long press on this area, you get little thumbnails that show you all the different configurations. So you can see that I have, there's 2 little icons and maybe a weather widget here. On top of that, if you just tap briefly down at the bottom, you can move left and right without having to go through the swipe gesture. And when you're a couple of screens away, you can always just hit home to go right back. The home key also brings up some new functionality. Just like we've seen before, this is the tray showing you most recently launched applications. The main menu has changed. You'll notice it has a bit of a 3D look. If you look up at the top edge here, you'll see how it looks like things are wrapping around slowly. Does the same thing on the bottom. Kind of a cool effect. It doesn't have too much of an impact on things. And if you want to add an application to your home screen, you can just long press it from here and drag it somewhere, like we just did with the native Facebook application. Another new feature of Android 2.1 is the speech-to-text capability. You'll see in the default Android keyboard here, which I'm not a real fan of. I find it a little bit difficult to use. But you'll find there's a new microphone icon, or button rather, to the left of the spacebar. If you hit this, you can say something to the phone and it'll type it in for you. This is a quick test message put in a period there, and I can put more. Here is more text, period. So it works pretty well in most cases. We saw some of this kind of speech-to-text functionality in Android 2.0, but it's really coming into its own here. On a blank home screen here, so I can show you what widgets are included. Just long press on the screen brings up the menu. See the Facebook, there's the new news and weather widget. Not much else though. The touchdown ones come from my preferred Exchange client by nitrodesk.com. You can find that on the Android market. But anyway, let's try the weather widget. You can see there's a couple different versions, weather, news, and news and weather combined. I'm going to pick the plain weather one, and by long pressing it you can move it somewhere else on the screen. Tap on it to get the full application. You can see what's going on. You can also access the top stories in the news from here. It's pretty nice. And if you ever want to get rid of a widget, again, just long press it and drag it down to the menu button, which becomes a trash can for the moment. Just as was the case with the Android 2.0 powered Motorola Droid, you can use voice search for a lot of things, including navigation with the new Google Maps. But we're going to do a quick search query right here. Horse racing. And the results come right up. It's very handy. We'll jump into the Android market here. And I'm going to do a quick search for an application that I bought on a different device. And you can see, since I'm logged in with the same Google Gmail account, it knows what I've bought in the past, including this TwiDroid Pro. So I can just go through and quickly reinstall it, even though it's never actually been installed on this particular device before. In the task area up top, in the notification area, you can see it's downloaded already and it's installing. It's already installed, and here we are running the application. You can browse as well through various categories. It's much more attractive than it was before Android 2.0, but it looks quite similar to what you see on the Motorola Droid. You can also use it in landscape mode, although it's probably not quite as usable. I'm going to show you how the web browser works. So I'm going to use voice search to get to the mobileburn.com website, and you'll see it should come up quite well. And we're on a Wi-Fi connection because reception's a little bit weak on this device. We haven't seen any 3G signals at all. But Wi-Fi, and with this 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, you can see how blazingly fast this browser is. I mean, it really comes up right away. You can double tap for zooming. There's no multi-touch zooming, but you can download third-party browsers like the Dolphin browser to get that. No proper Flash support yet. Adobe's still working on that, version 10.1 for the Android platform and other smartphones. But there is YouTube support. There's a dedicated YouTube client, so you can see this is one of the videos I shot yesterday. And pull this up in the YouTube client so you can see what the video quality looks like.
This is Michael Warlow of mobileburn.com. So take a look at the Samsung S7550 device, better known as...
Skip ahead a bit.
Micro USB
There we go.
connector.
Quality's really good.
Headsets and stuff like that. A lock, unlock button, and a camera shutter. Reduces the backlight duration and reduces the backlight intensity to save power.
Here's Google Maps. Works in portrait and landscape modes, of course. No multi-touch zooming still. Do have access to a lot of different layers. I'll add traffic data, you can see right there, and we'll switch to satellite view, which is always my favorite. Everything loads very quickly. Again, the Snapdragon processor really blazes, and Wi-Fi connection right here, since the 3G data hasn't really been working that well for us.